Do I have to hit finish?
No.
Okay, so there's a number. You're good.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our E3. Wait, I did it wrong again. I've been getting it wrong every time. Okay, so it's the Xbox E3 2019 Media Briefing Daily Recap. I did it. Woo! That means I get points. I get points, right?
No.
Okay. So, Xbox just had their big briefing. It was supposed to be 2 hours. It was only an hour and a half. They said they were going to tell us about 60 games. They only showed us 60 games, and John is really upset about it.
Both of us.
Both of you, because you guys are hung up on technicalities. But they talked about a new Xbox. They showed off Minecraft Dungeons. So let's just quickly take in the temperature. 1 to 5 stars, grade Xbox. John.
4.
4 stars.
Yes.
Why not 5? Because they lied to you?
No, it's because they don't have a name for their console yet, and they rolled it out, and it's just Project Scarlet. And I just
Is that really annoying?
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Although it does back up my theory that the name will be PS5.
They're definitely not naming it PS5. John, man behind the curtain, 1 to 5 stars.
So, on Xbox Game Pass alone, 5 stars.
Listen, they did a lot. They did a lot, yeah.
But it's
James?
not mandatory.
Definitely not mandatory.
I would say 4 stars, but 5 stars because of Game Pass. I agree. I would like to see HoloLens become a thing. I forgot to mention that earlier.
HoloLens was never going to be a thing, bro.
Well, they got to get in the VR game or AR game somehow.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think they're good. I mean, I know we'll talk about VR.
Okay.
That'll
Well,
probably
they're
be a separate
using that
segment.
for the Minecraft mobile game, the AR game.
Yeah.
Minecraft Earth.
Yep.
We got a 13-year-old now. He's very hype about Minecraft Earth.
He should be.
So Evan, 1 to 5 stars for
4.5.
4 point. You cheat. Okay, that's fine. 4.5. Why not 5?
Because it was underwhelming.
He takes out.
You were underwhelmed.
Also, there was lag because they were streaming a Twitch stream.
Okay, you're docking them because their Twitch stream was bad.
Because
Yes.
their Twitch stream
I agree.
was
4.5.
a Twitch stream.
I'm reducing my score to 4.
Well, no.
Yeah, why
The
weren't
Twitch
they
stream
using
was a
Mixer?
stream.
I think they did use Mixer,
They used
but
Mixer.
only like 5 people use that.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
uses Mixer.
Xbox uses Mixer once. Okay, so 4.5 because you dislike the technicalities.
Because it was laggy, and also like there wasn't.
This is
enough
my
to-
oh my god, what did I make face.
There wasn't enough like stuff to like keep it there.
There wasn't enough stuff to like keep it there.
There wasn't enough to keep it like going.
Okay, I guess. I mean, keeping in mind that most of those games were games you weren't going to be able to play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give it 4 stars.
See, I'm not alone.
I'm giving it 4 stars on the back of I really wanted more information about the console. Ignoring the fact that I wanted my prediction to be right and that they were going to release it next spring. I'm happy for it being longer because that means I have more time to save up and put money down. I just need GameStop to survive until then. Please, can they survive until then so that I can use them to pre-order? Probably not. So, but that's other than that, right? Like outside of just being disappointed about not having enough information about the new console, man, if their goal was to make me subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, like that was a slam dunk and a half. I mean, they want $15 a month from me, and I'm hard pressed to imagine why I wouldn't do that. Right? I mean, outside of not having it, right? Like feed your kids first, but like if you have an Xbox, there's no reason not to buy those services.
Agreed.
Right.
So they talked about Xbox. We can't call it Xbox Scarlet. They called it Project Scarlet. Who wants to share the details that they did share?
I can give you those. Let me get my laptop.
Yeah, go ahead. So while he goes to get his laptop, more or less, it's going to be targeted with a holiday 2020 release date, and it's going to launch with Halo Infinite. And what's important about that is it is the first Xbox to release with a Halo game since the OG Xbox, which came out before Evan was born. So, a very long time. So,
I can go
James.
get one and like hold it up for those.
I
That
We
see,
don't need
I
that.
see the white in your hair.
Yes,
We are super old.
super old.
So James, what's the stats on the new Xbox? Because
So-
they basically just talked about chunky
Right.
numbers.
In layman's terms, some of the biggest points were frame rates and resolutions we've never seen before. 8K, 120 FPS, ray tracing, no to very little load time. Someone said 40 times the performance increase over the current generation, which I find hard to believe. Sounds like marketing speak to me, but maybe. I would love it. The most immersive console experience ever. It's what developers have been asking them for years, so hopefully that's true. Totally backwards compatible, and you said holiday 2020 already, right?
Yes. So,
And internal SSD.
which I think was a big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
they talked about that more than I think just about anything else.
It was a blow match to PS5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And the reason that they talked about the SSD being super important is that they were hoping that that would help reduce load times because they believe that load times have gotten out of control, which
They have.
I agree. And they are, and considering we have a Bloodborne fan sitting in the producer's chair, she knows all about load times. She probably spent a year of her life loading after getting murdered by a werewolves or whatever nonsense in there. Don't tell me I'm wrong.
I'm amazing at that game.
Oh, sure. Okay, that's great. You still probably spent like a month of your life in load times.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
get
That's
to
fair.
It's fair.
Maybe not a year, because a year is a very long time, but a month
Right.
probably. It would have been at least triple that if it were me playing, and that would have been before I killed the first monster, and then I would have given up.
It's
So-
already that with Sekiro.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't
So-
play that game for life.
Game's hard.
So, just the idea, like, if they deliver on the promise, it sounds pretty awesome.
It sure does.
The likelihood, though, James, you seemed skeptical.
Yeah, because we're not seeing a box. It's still a year and more out. It felt very corporate to me. Like, hey, this is our new box. Get really hyped for it. I'd rather they waited to tell us the details.
You could have played corporate speak bingo, and
They
won
did not
bingo.
say synergy.
They were really close to saying outside the box thinking.
They didn't
Yeah.
say, listen. they
Outside
didn't-
the Xbox?
Outside the
They-
Xbox
they didn't
One
ins-
X.
Oh man, I
Box.
hate both of you.
Sad.
They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything about backing into problems or level setting.
Complete equanimity.
They didn't do any of that. However, they did talk about some games. There were
They
they didn't talk, but they did talk about a bunch of games.
about the games.
Let's highlight some stuff, Evan. Not the fake game that you're excited about. What's the actual? Because he says he's very excited about Flight Simulator coming to Xbox One. What game are you actually excited for?
Or a handful.
One.
Bro, pick the one. Welcome to creating content. We could all talk about everything.
Tabs.
Okay, yeah, totally accurate battle simulator coming to Xbox One. Quietly, one of the biggest announcements there because people really love that game. Do you know what totally accurate
Yes.
battle simulator is? Okay.
Tabs.
But it literally flashed on the screen for about 2 seconds,
And
and,
he
the
lost
house exploded.
Yo, it was on the screen and everyone was like, "Tabs, tabs!"
The war room
tabs!"
fell down, and then my
We got
dining room
more of a
exploded.
reaction in the war room to tabs flashing on the screen in the middle of a sizzle reel than to the reveal of Halo Infinite.
True.
And that's not to say that we're not excited about Halo Infinite. I'm gonna play the crap out of that. But tabs just caught
Tabs
everybody off
is
guard.
more fun.
James,
Yeah.
what's the game that you want to play?
Oh man, there's a lot. PSO, you've kind of convinced me now.
Phantasy Star Online 2 coming to freaking Xbox One.
Yeah.
How weird is this? The best part is I was clicking through here, and Polygon put up an article. Literally, the subhead on Facebook is "Oh my God" in all caps.
Yep.
To Phantasy Star Online 2 coming. Listen, it's a free-to-play MMO. It's the first time it's being released in the West.
One of the best fantasy worlds ever.
It has the potential to be very cool.
Yeah.
It has the potential to be a hot mess express.
Right.
The good news is we don't have to worry about it now because it's coming in early 2020 and it'll be free. So,
Right.
But you're right. It could be a pay-to-win shenanigans nightmare. But you know what you do? You either pay to win
Right.
or you don't play.
Correct.
Or you just don't care and you run around beating up
Or-
giant monsters with crazy laser swords.
Or you
Or-
wait till Elden Ring comes out.
Yeah, but that's not for us.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Um,
you troll the people who pay to win by like being idiots.
I mean,
That's another thing to do. Like if you act stupid with the pay-to-win players, that frustrates them, and that's funny.
we don't support trolling here. John.
Me? Well, if you were watching the live reactions on our Facebook feed earlier, you probably heard me yell dopamine when Battletoads came up.
Oh yeah.
Battletoads!
And I just yelled dopamine button and Battletoads from the other room repeatedly, and then the words couch co-op, and then I passed out.
That's an exaggeration.
It is
Are you
not,
sure?
and you cannot prove otherwise.
It's his word.
At
against
his
yours.
age, he has, problems.
I might also be senile.
He is the commission. He can do no wrong.
Okay.
And
He's a fair and just
fully
commission.
bribable.
No, he's fair and just. Now, I
Completely
am
impartial.
100% in on Battletoads. Because when they announced it last year,
Last year,
we were outside of a Walgreens
in a car.
in a minivan that we rented.
Yeah, we were.
We were in a Walgreens and the Battletoads thing came up and we all went, what? And then we never heard anything about it again until today. And they showed it. It's the weird animation style. At one point, one of them turned in, because the big thing is they shape shift. One of
Right.
them turned into like a laser turret at one point, I'm pretty
It
sure.
was very Earthworm Jim.
Yo, super
Yes.
wacky. 3-player couch co-op. You, me, this kid, streaming it all the way through.
Or until the hover bikes.
Or until the hoverbike levels, at which point we surrender. Because we're children.
But what if
John?
there aren't any?
I'm gonna
They're definitely speed bike levels, they showed them.
I'm gonna say Minecraft Dungeons. Like,
You stole
yeah,
You
I
bastard.
did. There's more corrupt people around you.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's Diablo family friendly, and it looks amazing.
Oh my god. It really is a family-friendly version of Diablo. Like, you
Yeah.
know how we always do some of these, well, you want to play this, you can play this. If you want to say yes to a shooter, but you don't want them to play Battlefield, like they can play Overwatch, or they can play
Yeah.
Fortnite.
No.
Well, it's like,
I'm sorry.
so he's salty because I told him that he couldn't play Battlefield 5 after yesterday's EA thing. And I'm just like, bruh. So now, but Diablo hasn't had a true answer, right? It's had other action RPGs, but it hasn't had one that's just literally that game with family-friendly assets. Boom! They just did it. Coming spring of 2020. You stole mine. I'm going to talk about Ori and the Will of the Wisps coming in February 11th of 2020. Oh my god. Does that game look good? The first one was amazing.
Yep.
First one is arguably one of the best platformers ever made. It is so good. Inarguably one of the most beautiful games ever made. Soundtrack is still super haunting. And in February, we get a game that is basically the hardest and craziest parts of that first game. And it looks like they just do it over and over and over again. And I'm so down. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got. Anybody else? Any games that we want to talk about? We got to talk about the Lego thing in Forza. Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
Forza.
we gotta talk about that too. Yeah.
Okay. You're the Lego
I
guy.
told my therapist about that game.
So yeah, I actually work for Lego. I go back next month. Speed Champions is their NASCAR line of Lego, and basically they skinned a bunch of Horizon Forza 4 cars in Lego. So just I think.
And
We
you
went
can
nuts in both rooms when that happened.
Yo, I was like, Wes,
on a
what?
racing game, like
Well, even
like
better,
we're not
did
racers, but
Here's
like
the things- here's the thing that they did. Here's the thing that they didn't really emphasize, but I was reading about it afterwards because it was in the press releases. You can crash through buildings,
yeah,
and they just explode into Lego bits.
I thought I thought Forza wasn't the crashing game.
Forza Horizons is a crashing game. It's motorsports that's the accurate racer.
My youngest son's face melted when Everything Is Awesome started playing.
They played everything. Everything is awesome in the trailer
yeah.
He sat there.
because, oh Oh man, did you just subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He just did it. He just rocked his $1.
Yep.
Because we're multitasking.
Yes.
Because he doesn't want to forget.
That's
He
correct.
wants to get the most for his
I
value.
understand.
Can we also talk briefly about Riverbound, which is, by the way,
We
one of
need
our-
to.
Yeah.
By the way, one of our E3 2017 games of the
One of the
show.
best looking indie games out there.
It is so good.
Speaking
So
of
good.
games that are kind of like Diablo.
Yeah. No,
Well, that was more like Gauntlet.
it
What
was
about
more
the Fox one? Whatever happened to that one?
Tunic, still in
yeah,
development. Finji has been talking about it, but it was not at E3 this year.
It looks so pretty.
It's really good. I'm in their Discord. I'm in their. It's being made by one guy.
Yeah.
Give that poor man a break. One guy.
Riverbond?
No. Tunic. The
Tunic.
one with the fox.
Okay.
The
There's
pretty
only
fox.
one.
Literally
You know-
one dude.
Yeah, but
Oh, and a music.
Fez was done by one dude.
Yeah.
True. Who was kind of a jerk.
And it took him well, he's definitely a jerk, but it took him like a million years to make it.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
This is not good.
So I think that's it. We recapped it.
Yeah.
They talked about a lot of grown-up stuff. Gears is
Yeah,
coming.
they did.
Gears is coming this year. We got a Blair Witch game coming this year somehow.
Yeah, what?
We thought it was Alan Wake.
He looks like Alan
So
Wake.
here's my theory on that. It's Alan Wake in Blair Witch.
Maybe. It could be a
That
mashup.
could be like the most stealth reveal because I've been thinking about that for the last hour, where it's just like because that looked straight out Alan Wake.
he had the flashlight.
Yeah, the flashlight.
okay.
There was video
Not
stuff
to
in
cut you,
Alan
not to
Wake
cut
too.
you, not to cut you gentlemen off, but they also announced that Keanu Reeves was in Cyberpunk 2077. Okay.
That
Yeah,
guy from
but
Fortnite.
they also
Yes, that guy
Wait,
from.
wait.
Wait, hold on. That guy from Fortnite is in Cyberpunk 2077.
What?
Okay. They made a
John Wick
Fortnite
is
skin
John
about
John
that.
Wick is in Fortnite. So
Oh, I hate Fortnite.
that guy from Fortnite is in Cyberpunk 2077. Can we put that on a poster as like the most? Oh my God! You have a 13-year-old on your staff.
No,
We'll make
because
that.
that would be Jacob.
I'll make a meme of it.
That's
afterwards.
absolute. Oh my God! We
It's
need to make a
Jacob.
meme of that.
Real quick,
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew Smith makes a good point. We missed talking about 12 minutes in the grown-up stuff.
Oh, we did.
That looked weird, but interesting.
We did.
Yo, 12 minutes freaked me out.
Yeah.
It's about a guy in a time
Yeah.
loop of 12 minutes, and it started with him talking to his wife, and she gave him a gift, and he's like, "Oh, I know exactly what this is because you already gave it to me, and someone's gonna knock on the door," and then she was like, "Why are you telling me this?" And then someone knocked on the door, and it was like all told from basically the perspective of the ceiling fan, 'cause,
Yeah.
like the camera is
Yeah.
up here looking down
Yeah.
into the dining room,
That's
and you know what?
That's like the basis of one of the last Phineas and Ferb episodes. I think it was the last Phineas and Ferb episode.
The
I'm
time
looking for
loop.
cameras.
It's also
Yeah.
Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
It's also like that Tom Cruise sci-fi
Catch up
movie.
tomorrow. You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's my favorite.
It's a good movie.
The one with what's his name, Prince of Persia.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, the one where he's on a train.
I still don't understand how we live in a world where Jake Gyllenhaal was the Prince of Persia. But
And it was so bad.
Sometimes, princess, you gotta take a risk.
damn. All right. Anyway, so
But
folks,
let me get back to the Alan Wake Blair Witch thing. We had Terminator
Yeah.
appearing
Gears.
in Gears.
yeah. Oh yeah. By the
So-
way, there's
so
Terminator
there's-
DLC for Gears of War 5.
We've been talking about synergy. That could be another thing.
God damn! Did you? Just,
Yeah, I did.
Did you just
Yeah, I did.
Right.
Remember that?
oh.
Synergized.
Oh, I hate everyone. With that, everybody, our recap from Microsoft is over. Tomorrow, 7. Is it going to be? I don't know. We'll tell you we'll post it on Facebook. We're going to do another recap. I think it's going to be. It's going to have to be after Square Enix tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tomorrow we're going to recap Bethesda if they happen to announce anything family friendly. Watch with our luck. They're going to announce like Elder Scrolls: The Kart Racer.
I think Bethesda World's a kart racer. You got Doom.
And you have, like,
Let's be real. Let's be real.
wheels.
Oh my God! What if? Okay, it's possible, but it's not likely. But we're gonna recap Bethesda, and then Ubisoft, and then whatever shenanigans happen at Kind of Funny / the Xbox, because their Xbox will have another video tomorrow, and then Square Enix. Fair warning, I might be crying. If they announce some kind of Final Fantasy 16 thing, I'm literally going to be sobbing.
I'll be sure to videotape it and
Yep.
make sure it's posted everywhere. it needs
So, until tomorrow, have a wonderful day at work. We will be working. So take care, and don't forget,
to get your family game on.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Now you click finish. We did it.
Yeah.